people, and happy Sunday. How are you guys doing? Okay. If you are new to my channel, I'm Sissy and life coach motivation speaker. I speak about topics which are involving human beings, self-development and self-awareness and spirituality. Now, the topic today, we're talking about violence and life without violence. What does it look like? And human beings as being parasitic beings. Okay. The reason I'm saying that is that everything that we do in this life experience is always about taking from something else. The basic concepts of food, fueling our bodies. It's currently based on killing other animals. Okay. What is violence? Violence is pain, conflicting pain on others. So when I say life without violence, what do I mean? A life of peace, a life of respect, a life of wellness, a life of love. Our religions, our cultures give us permissions and directions in life. Okay, so if you want to live a life without violence, we're talking about everything in your reality, every experience, every practice should not be one of violence. Love is key. For you not to have violence, you need to have love. Violence comes in many ways. Verbal violence, disagreements, arguments that are so low frequency that you use violent words against people. You swear them, you're angry, you shout, you scream. Now, everything is energy. So in your home, how are you living? Are you living in violence? Are you living a life without violence, a life with consideration? Even if you're having an argument with a partner, even if you're having a disagreement with a family member, right? All these things really do count, because violence is not only one small thing, it's every single thing in our life experience. If you want love and peace, you'll remove violence. But today's topic, we're going to speak about the food we eat, that the fact that we are killing animals, copious amounts of animals every single day for food, that is very violent. The core foundation of the modern world and modern society is about being a parasitic being, about taking from another being, killing another being, ending another being's life for us to survive in the name of protein. Protein is the biggest scapegoat for murder, killing of animals, right? Coming from somebody who's born and bred in a background in Africa where meat is a staple in our dietary, food that we eat, meat, right? Understand it. Coming from a place where I was fed meat as a very young child. And it's kind of funny how people kind of introduce this thing to their children. Right, from their healthy mother's breast to the healthy vegetables that they feed them, and then bang to flesh. That spreads violence, because those animals don't have a spiritual contract. Go back to the Christian Bible. It says in the Bible in Genesis that God gave humans, us human beings, the land, the fruit, the vegetables, all growing from the ground. And the animals were left in the human care, not left to be eaten and consumed and killed for food. Unfortunately, it is what it is. Okay. Now, veganism is very old. Just now in the modern world, veganism and vegetarianism, being a vegetarian, is quite old, right? The concept here is, as we raise our frequencies, we get to understand that certain things don't really work, okay? Somebody like myself who has eaten eggs, have eaten fish, have eaten meat years ago, because I left eating meat in 2017 or so, right? Then basically, when society tells you if you don't eat enough meat, you're going to get low protein, you're going to get sick. Now, remember, if that is your program, the program is always running on a back end. because we are indoctrinated as children that this is a certain food you must eat. And then we're older, we get indoctrinated by the system, by the medical system, saying that you'll only find protein in, for example, an animal meat like beef and other stuff, like red meat has protein. Not telling us that protein is in every other item of food, not only in meat. Okay, so violence. A life of violence is involving every single thing we do as human beings, not only how we live simply with our family and friends and associate with them, but also what we consume, because everything that you consume is energy. Now, a lot of people are awakening to this reality, okay? A lot of people are turning to veganism for health reasons mostly, but also for spiritual reasons, but also for saving the animals. If you save the animal, you save humanity as well. And that's how it is, because everything is connected. We're not separate from the animal. We keep ourselves more superior, and we confirm ourselves more superior than animals, but that's not the truth. Human beings are not more superior than animals. Human beings have more sentience and type of intelligence. Every animal has life. Human beings have life, but we have a little bit more. We have a soul that's connected to the ability to make decisions. Animals cannot make decisions for themselves. So human beings decide they're going to abuse them, and then use our religion to basically um, give a reason why we're abusing animals. Okay. Abusing animals, and we've decided in our intelligence that, okay, a dog and a cat would be a pet. A bird maybe sometimes would be a pet, a fish maybe sometimes, I'm trying to say, but all the other animals like cows and sheep and all the other things must be eaten. And now remember that we're coming from an evolution. We evolved first. In the modern system was the feudal system, the farming system. Before that, we had another nomadic system where actually your cattle was part of your family. You treated them with respect. It was part of your wealth. Again, there was a different perception we gave it, because it was still ownership and control of those animals.